the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
A former D.C. police sergeant is now charged with second-degree murder after a special police officer died during a training exercise. What we know that's coming up.
They think that once Title 42 leaves, that somehow it's going to be easier. It's not.
And preparing for a surge of migrants, how local officials are preparing as Title 42 comes to an end. All right, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Tosin Fakile in for Mark Hall. Let's start off by taking a look out at the Washington Cathedral. It is warm. It is muggy. Let's go to meteorologist Damon Matson for the latest check on the forecast. And Damon, it is going to feel like summer, but there's rain maybe?
Well, it looks like in our future soon enough. But Tosin, are you a fan of the humidity? I don't know. A lot of people.
It's a no.
Okay, there we go.
I don't like summer.
There we go. Yeah, summertime can be fun, but that mugginess is not. And it's building out there today, folks, as we await the arrival of, yes, eventually some rainfall. But first and foremost, check out that wildfire smoke. That's been a pretty much mainstay for us here the last few days, and we do still have some lingering about. Now, let's pull up that map if we could. There we go. Yes, we do have a little bit of that smoke still in the sky. It's a lot better than it has been in recent days. We're seeing a little more of that blue sky, but given the fact that we have some of this smoke hanging about in the air, those humidity levels are on the rise, and because we've been rather quiet here for the last few days, the air has not been moving around all that much. That combination is producing a little bit of bad air quality across portions of the region. And so we do have an air quality alert right now in effect for Washington, D.C., surrounding counties, Loudoun, Fairfax, Prince William, Montgomery, and PG counties as well. So those that are sensitive to those air particles, those with asthma, older citizens, and also younger children, just take it easy outside today and you should be all good to go. The air quality isn't all that bad, but it is worth noting. And yes, if you do go outside, just be prepared for that much warmer setup. Look at this, folks. We're going to hit the mid-80s before the afternoon is said and done. We can't totally rule out a stray shower later this evening down across portions towards central Virginia, but otherwise today will be dry before that rainfall really kicks up into the day tomorrow. Will there be any pockets of dry time on your Saturday, or is it going to be completely soggy? We'll have your full forecast in just a bit.
Ooh, fingers crossed. Thank you, Damon. Well, a man is dead after police say he attacked a Fairfax County officer near Alexandria. Now, this all happened after an officer spotted a stolen U-Haul truck. Chief Davis says the officer was radioing for backup while he was being attacked. At one point, he says the officer said the suspect had his gun. Two officers responded quickly, opening fire at the suspect and pulling him off their fellow officer. The suspect died at the scene. The officer in the hospital is expected to be okay. McDonald's employee Ramaya Pegues was walking outside to drop off a curbside order and saw the whole thing unfold.
It was honestly scary. I thought it was coming towards my car because there was a police car zooming at my car. So I stopped and parked my car and we got out because we didn't know what else to do. Like, we thought it was about to hit us.
Chief Davis says the entire thing is on body camera. Police will be given an update on their investigation later on today. And Fairfax County Police have new data on officer-involved shootings over the past few years. Last year, there were 6 compared to 1 in 2021 and 2 in 2020. Yesterday's shooting is the second officer-involved shooting so far this year. All right, Metro riders, you can expect changes to service along Metro's Orange Line, and that's because summer construction work begins today. The construction will take 10 days to complete structural work and waterproofing at the Minnesota Ave and Deanwood stations. Trains will single track between Minnesota Avenue and Cheverly stations on the Orange Line until May 21st. Now, to help with morning and evening rush hour, Metro will run additional Orange Line Plus trains between Vienna and downtown Largo. Now, Metro has major construction projects planned all summer. For the full details, check out our website, dcnewsnow.com. And 4 people are recovering after a deck they were on collapsed in Prince George's County. Officials say it happened at a house on Kirby Road in Clinton. Take a look at your screen right now. This is a picture of the scene yesterday. You see the deck came off. The back of the house tipped sideways. Officials say all 4 people are expected to be okay. And what you're looking at right now was seen from a shooting on Wednesday. We have new details on that deadly shooting that took the life of a teenage girl in District Heights. She's been identified as 17-year-old Nia Johnson. That shooting happened on Wednesday. Police say they found Johnson with gunshot wounds inside of a home. She died at the hospital. Johnson's father was also shot, seriously hurt. He's still recovering in the hospital. Police believe this was a domestic incident. And this afternoon, the woman in charge of DC's 911 call center answers to accusations by a local family. They claim their loved one died because of delays getting help. Bernard Baker Jr. died in the early morning hours of April 30th after what they considered a slow response from 911 and EMS. In a DC News Now exclusive interview, Heather McGaffin says they are not accepting blame, but they are taking the investigation into these accusations very seriously.
Wait time is unacceptable in any situation. I want us to minimize the wait time as much as we can in any situation because that is what helps build confidence in our system.
McGaffin would not say when the investigation will be completed. Fire and EMS officials are also conducting an investigation into their response times. A federal judge in Virginia has ruled a law banning firearm sales to those under 21 as unconstitutional. He says it violates the Second Amendment, and if it's not overturned, it would allow dealers to sell handguns to 18 to 20-year-olds. U.S. District Court Judge Robert Payne argues that excluding 18 to 21-year-olds would impose limitations on the Second Amendment. He also said other rights of citizenship start at 18. He cited a lack of age-based restrictions in the colonial era, meaning the Founding Fathers considered the Second Amendment to all citizens. All right, your time now 12:06. With the COVID-19 public health emergency officially over, there'll now be significant changes, especially for people without insurance. For private insurance holders, vaccines will remain free, but at-home COVID tests will not. Getting tested at the doctor may require payment. And for those who are uninsured, the Biden administration will keep, for now, a limited supply of free vaccines at testing sites and pharmacies. Well, Title 42, the pandemic policy to quickly expel migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border, expires at midnight. Now, the border is swarmed right now with people trying to get into the United States. But will we see the effects right here in the DMV? Well, Daniel Hamburg talked with immigration experts.
For the last year, migrants have been flooding into the D.C. area, particularly busloads from Texas sent to the vice president's house.
Immigrants themselves talk to each other, and they are proudly saying, hey, I got treated pretty decently in D.C., you should come. That's all they need to hear.
With Title 42 ending, there's a new surge of people trying to get across the border, though immigration lawyers say not much legally is changing except misinformation.
They think that once Title 42 leaves, that somehow it's going to be easier. It's not.
It makes it a little harder for the U.S. to deport people back to Mexico easily, but attorney Kamal Nawash says it's about enforceability.
There will be more bust up, but it doesn't mean the fact that Title 42 is ending that they have any more rights.
In D.C., emergency shelters are at capacity, meant for 30-day stays.
Part of the problem is that people are coming into the system and they're not exiting.
Abel Nunez with the Central American Resource Center says the federal government's policy is mismatched with the district's actions.
Because if they would give them work permits and create other mechanisms for them to become in a legal pathway, then they would be better set up to become independent.
In the meantime,
we have a new inflow because of what's happening at the border. That means that the city's going to have to figure out how do they do it.
Reporting for DC News Now, I'm Daniel Hamburg.
Switching gears, a consumer alert. Peloton has now a recall out on more than 2 million exercise bikes because of safety concerns, telling people to immediately stop using them. The bikes have model number PL01 and were sold from January 2018 through May 2023. You can see the model on your screen right there. There have been 35 reports of the bike's seat post breaking and detaching, including 13 injuries reported. Consumers should stop using the bikes right away and contact Peloton for a free repair. All right, let's take a live look outside at Reagan National Airport. It's kind of muggy out there right now, but that is the airport where lawmakers on Capitol Hill are hoping to give you more flight options. A new bill in the House would allow for more long-distance flights. Supporters say if the change happens, it would allow prices for travelers and increase economic activity here in the district. But the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority has criticized the bill, saying it would jeopardize some flight routes and worsen noise and traffic problems. Okay, home buyers, some good news. The average rate on a long-term U.S. home loan is down to the lowest level in more than a month. One mortgage company says the rate fell to 6.35%. This compared to 6.73% rate from early in March. One economist says the slowing growth in inflation should lower mortgage rates. And a former police sergeant is now charged with second-degree murder after a special police officer died during a training exercise here in D.C.
Well, Jesse Porter was arraigned on the murder charge in court this morning. The family of 25-year-old Marissa Mannion filled half the courtroom as those new charges were read out. Porter's accused of shooting Mannion during a baton and handcuff training session at the Anacostia Library last August. Officers say he was leading police baton instruction when he fired a gun at the end of the training, hitting and killing Mannion. In court today, his lawyer entered a plea of not guilty on all charges. The government has offered Porter a plea deal for involuntary manslaughter, and a decision has to be made on that by next Thursday.
Mr. Porter would have to register as a gun offender and would essentially be a convicted felon if he does accept that plea. However, the second-degree murder charge comes with a 12 to 24 year potential sentencing range, which is obviously something the family would be much more amenable to than 3 to 7.
The family says they are also considering a civil lawsuit in the case. Porter also faces a charge of unlawful discharge of a firearm. Initially, he was only facing that charge of involuntary manslaughter. He'll be back in court next Thursday at 2:30 in the afternoon, where he will either accept the plea deal that's on the table or the decision to go to trial will be made. In Washington, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.